This is Michelle. Thank you for joining me today for this process video using the My Creative Scrapbook November limited edition kit. Now, the kits from My Creative Scrapbook always come with a cut file, and you can also download the cut file from their site if you are a member. And that's what I did for this wreath because I wanted it to be larger than what came in the kit. So I went ahead and downloaded it and cut it out of this green and polka dot paper. And I chose this background that has the red poinsettias and foliage on the sides. Wanted to add just a little bit more poinsettia, and I also wanted to add some white to this layout. So I'm using a Tim Holtz poinsettia uh, stencil and Tim Holtz modeling paste, and I'm just applying that on the sides. And then I wanted to add some white to the center of my wreath, and so I had a cut file of a doily, and so I just cut that out and have it on the back of my wreath, and then I sewed around my wreath as well. So I liked how it was going. I just wanted to add some more poinsettias behind the wreath. And so, as you can see, I've gotten most of that done. And so I'm just going to adhere my wreath on top of it. And that is going to be most of the background. I am going to add some splatters, and so I go ahead and do that with my Ina Wakley Glossy Shine in white. I have a pot of, I believe it's Gold Mine from Shimmers, and then I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Barn Door in Shimmers as well in the new ones that are out that I can't remember the exact name of. And so that will take care of all of my splatters on my background. And so I wanted a little bit more red to pop through on this layout. So I'm just going to cut some little slivers off of each side and go ahead and mount that on red cardstock. So that's what you can see me doing here. And once everything's dried, that uh, pattern paper that I'm using just to cover my white in the center when I did the splatters, that will go away here as soon as I get all this adhered. And so this is, won't say mistake number one because I might have made more mistakes on this already that I didn't notice. But I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. And as I'm messing with it, I don't even realize I have rotated it, so my writing is upside down, and I don't notice it till way too late. And so I'm glad that this paper is very subtle, so it's not totally noticeable, but you might notice here in the video. So I just wanted, true confessions. So this is the picture I'm going to use. It is a picture of my family with Santa. Now, every year at my in-laws, we Santa visits on Christmas Eve and has for as long as well before my daughter was born. So I have pictures with her with Santa every Christmas Eve, and we all get in on the action. And so it's a wonderful tradition. We're very lucky to be able to do it every year. And so I've mounted my photo, or at least kind of figured out how I'm going to mount it, and taking a look at some of the embellishments that I want to use with it. So I love these Santa faces that come in this collection, and this is a perfect layout for some of these flowers that come with the limited edition kit. I am going to work in some of the paper flowers that come in the bits and pieces. And then Santa is going to be my title. How appropriate is that? And yeah, and I am going to use that journaling card or the tag for my journaling as well. So I am using Tim Holtz collage medium to glue down my flowers. So I do hold them down for a bit to get them started with that. And then I have a couple of tickets that were on the Simple Stories uh, sticker sheet. And so I'm using those above my photo. I'm going to use some of the ivy bits and pieces throughout my clusters. And then I also have those round little bits that I'm going to use in my clusters as well. So I have a lot of my pieces that I'm planning on using picked out, and I kind of went back and forth. I did cut out this wreath in red as well. I thought I might try to cut off some pieces so that there would be some red berries throughout, but it didn't really work the way I wanted it to, so I took that out. So, all right, so that right cluster is going to have some poinsettias. Going to use this Merry Bingo card from the 49 and Market Christmas Spectacular ephemera pack and this tag as well from 49 and Market. And so those I'm going to lift up a little bit on foam so they are a good base for these flowers. All right. And so again, using collage medium for those flowers, going to hold them down for a little bit, kind of get them going. And then I do use, this is a little bit more of a traditional layout. And so I use some of the more traditional ephemera bits like those bells. I have bells ending up in both of the clusters. And then one of those round bits. Now, with the round bits, and as I'm doing the voiceover, the picture that I see is pretty small, and so I don't remember what those say. Probably Mary or Santa or ho 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 or something. I did cover them with glossy accents so that they have a different texture than the rest of the pieces. And I am checking out my sticker sheet just for more because I want to add some more red and some more flowers in here, as well as more ivy pieces. And so, really taking a look through the sticker sheets. Now, one is from Simple Stories and the other is from Echo Park. I think I grab a couple bits and pieces from each of those. And yeah, I am moving right along. So, taking a look at some of the word phrases that I want to use. And so, just shopping through a few different ones. I think I do go with the ho, ho, ho down there under Santa. And I am going to tie off the two tags that I used up in that right corner, and then the one I'm going to use for my journaling. And I'm just using a scrap floss, which I'm pretty sure is not available anymore. And then I think I am just taking a look at just a few more pieces. I know I want to add just a little bit more sentiments in here. So I want to add something above Santa and our picture there. And just taking a look at some of the pieces, seeing what might work, and trying to keep the colors somewhat balanced, though, I mean, there's a lot to look at on this layout, and so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to use the white, doily in the center, is to kind of give your eye a little bit of, um, a breathing space, and so that's really the purpose of that, and so taking a look at some of the white sentiments, and not I think they are just, not as traditional looking, and so I decide against those, and though I try, I'm trying, but, it's not quite what I wanted, so those are going to go away, and I am taking a look at some of these round pieces, and I think I feel more successful with those. And so, just trying to figure out where the best places for those. And I like how that looks. And so I'm going to go ahead and add this platinum stickles into the center of my paper flowers and just a little bit on the paper or on the flowers that come separately in the kit. And then I have this little pokey with some berries on it that I want to work in. And now I'm just getting down to the final bits and pieces. So, thank you for joining me today. I'm just finishing up my journaling, and that's going to be it. So, hit like or subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Check out my Creative Scrapbook limited edition kit. And here are some close ups. Thank you.